Better not try that again. Who's there? I've got you now. Guess it was nothing.
Look out!
Where'd you go? Glad that's over.
Man down! You'll pay for that! Incoming!
Not right now, I'm busy. Good, you made it. I've been receiving reports of your activities for a little while now and wanted to meet you myself. The reports label you a troublemaker, but also extraordinarily capable. And right now, I can use all the capable people I can get. Crocker gets handed the fluff missions that no one else wants to do. When people need something really important done, they come to me. Usually I dispatch one or more rangers to see these things through, but I'm a little short-handed at the moment. Think you're up for a real mission? Good, you made it. I've been receiving reports of your activities for a little while now and wanted to meet you myself. You've proven yourself especially capable, and right now I can use all the capable people I can get. Crocker gets handed the fluff missions that no one else wants to do. When people need something really important done, they come to me. Usually, I dispatch one or more rangers to see these things through, but I'm a little short-handed at the moment. Think you're up for a real mission? Good, you made it. I've been receiving reports about the savior of the NCR for a while now and wanted to meet you myself. You've proven yourself especially capable. And right now, I can use all the capable people I can get. Crocker gets handed the fluff missions that no one else wants to do. When people need something really important done, they come to me. Usually I dispatch one or more rangers to see these things through, but I'm a little short-handed at the moment. Think you're up for a real mission? Have you discovered what the Omertas are up to? Report. Is Mr. Howe still a threat? Has the Brotherhood been found? Is the President safe?
As if I didn't have enough to worry about, one of our facilities was recently broken into and its power diverted. Have you seen that damn tower in the Strip all aglow? Of course you've seen it. Everyone's seen it. That was our power that did that, and I will find out who did it. Did you have something to report?
Whatever it is, make it quick. I don't have time for idle chatter. It's best not to keep the General waiting. Ah, our hero returns. What can I do for you? You again, what do you want? Good, you made it. I've been receiving reports of your activities for a little while now and wanted to meet you myself. Even though you've caused us a great deal of trouble, you've proven yourself very capable. And right now, I can use all the capable people I can get. Crocker gets handed the fluff missions that no one else wants to do. When people need something really important done, they come to me. Usually I dispatch one or more rangers to see these things through, but I'm a little short-handed at the moment. Think you're up for a real mission? Yes. Did you have an update on the cons? Damn Brotherhood. Bunch of elitist jerks. What were we to do, leave good armor out in the wastes to rust? I'll find you.
There you are!
Guess he's gone. Guess she's gone.
What was that? Over here!
An alliance? That's an interesting proposition. Any plan where I can throw packs of raiders at the enemy instead of my own soldiers is a good one. An alliance? That's an interesting proposition. Any plan where I can throw packs of raiders at the enemy instead of my own soldiers is a good one. Good. I've got more work than time to do it. What precisely about them did you wish to discuss? Excellent. You've done very well indeed. These tribals will make useful machete fodder. And if it should turn out we need their land later, well, it's not like we don't have the force to drive them out again. In the meantime, however, I have something else I want you to look into. Dismissed. Good. I look forward to hearing of your progress. Dismissed. I wouldn't dismiss it that lightly, but it's nothing we need to get involved with for now. Good work, I suppose. Then stop wasting my time and get on it. The brass have been throwing around the idea of having the president visit the dam for a while now, to rally the troops and boost morale and such. With our recent achievements, they finally feel secure enough to stage the damn thing. But while it's being planned, I have one last mission for you. Several years ago, we managed to wrest the Helios 1 solar power station from the Brotherhood of Steel chapter local to this area. It was a crushing victory, but no one's heard a peep from the Brotherhood since. Most people assume the Brotherhood is scattered and not a threat. Recently, we've had scouts go missing in an area west of Helios, and I'm concerned that the Brotherhood is involved. I want you to find them, and once you do, finish them for good. Any questions?
This is no time for questions. Get back topside and protect the president.
Head to their casino, Gomorrah, and ask around. If you discover that what they're up to threatens the NCR, stop it. The Omertas themselves likely won't be forthcoming, so you may need to talk to some of their help to pick up a trail. Anything else? Good. That anger is something I can use, and I think you may get a chance to settle your score sooner than you might have planned. But not too busy to come all the way out here? I don't think so. Stay a while and listen to my offer. Then you'll need to make sure none of them are left to do so. Any other questions?
Damn it! The timing couldn't be any worse. I tried to warn those buffoons, but they insisted on this little show. We'll be lucky if the men don't throw down their guns and surrender as the Legion approaches.
I guess there's nothing to be done about it now. No. Just because you secured the aid of the cons, assuming they don't try to kill us, don't think the Brotherhood will be so easily swayed. These are people that both hate us and outgun us. There can be no compromise. Anything else? Don't even think about it. Any Brotherhood survivors likely harbor a deep grudge against us. We can't afford to leave such an enemy alive. Any other objections?
Maybe you'd like to bring the Brotherhood some flowers. If you must, but please keep it brief. I shouldn't have to say this, but please don't bother me until the mission is completed. The next time we speak, I expect you to have something for me. Then what the hell are you doing down here? Get back topside and protect the President. Oh, that's a relief. A Brotherhood attack while we're busy with the Legion would be catastrophic. The situation being what it is, we can't afford to lose even a single man unnecessarily. Since the majority of my men are on assignment dealing with the Legion, I need someone to handle other matters that have arisen. Make no mistake, there's a battle coming, and I intend to make sure there are no loose ends when the time comes. One such loose end is a gang known as the Great Khans. Have you heard of them? Excellent. You'd think living in the lap of luxury and power would be enough for some people, but no. But we have other problems. While investigating the Omertas, what little I could on my end, I came across something much more sinister. Evidence suggests that Mr. House is planning to make some kind of move when the battle breaks out, and I'm guessing he won't be coming to our rescue. While we don't know what his exact plans are, my orders are to take no risks. I'm sending you to take Mr. House out of the equation. Any questions? They're a rowdy bunch, and pride themselves as warriors. The dark leather and horned helmets they wear are pretty distinctive. Don't give up. They're out there, somewhere, and we're not safe until they've been destroyed. I can't lend you any troops, but I've already sent word to Quartermaster Barden that you're to be given full access to our hardware. You'll have to pay for what you take, however. We can't afford to give away equipment. Did you have any other questions? And you believed them? Do you have any idea how long we've been fighting those bastards? Ugh, Crocker will have a field day with this. He'll want to establish diplomatic relations with them, for Pete's sake. But we've got more important matters to attend to. The President is due to arrive soon, and we're sure the Legion won't waste such an opportunity. Go up to the Visitors Center and speak to Ranger Grant. He's in charge of security during the President's visit. Dismissed. I want you to assist the security detail we've prepared for the President. His safety is critical to maintaining the men's fighting spirit. With the Brotherhood, that's their obsessive attachment to technology. They'd never go anywhere that didn't have working power. I'm willing to bet that wherever they're hiding, there's a working reactor powering their equipment. That's their vulnerability. Detonate that reactor, and we can safely cross the Brotherhood off our list of concerns. Was there anything else? A fair question, and one I've had our strategists think about for some time. Their consensus is that we must focus on the one thing we can count on. Then I don't need to tell you that they can be a pain in the ass. The NCR has a rather sordid history with them, and I'm concerned that we'll find them aiding our enemies when the Legion attack comes. That is, unless we get to them first. I want you to visit them in their canyons to the far west and make sure they're in no shape to join the Legion. They're just another gang of raiders as far as I'm concerned, so deal with them appropriately. Any questions? Good riddance. We've had reports for years that they're the ones who supply the fiends with chems, but no one's done anything about it. In any event, no one will miss them. And I've got another mission for you. Good. His death could have had a major impact on morale. This whole affair was ill-advised from the start, and I, for one, am glad it's over. While you were out, General Oliver arrived and briefed all senior officers regarding a change in our strategy. I'm not at liberty to divulge what was said, but I've been instructed to send you to him immediately. He set up his camp in the office area at the south end of this power plant. Dismissed. After the battle, we consolidated our hold on the plant before pursuing our enemies. It was a mistake, to be sure, but there wasn't really any place for them to go. When we finally gave chase, however, they had simply vanished. I think that they found someplace to hide close to Helios, and never went that far at all. Any other questions? Some of our people think they had some means of conveyance, like the vertibirds the Enclave used, and hightailed it out of here. We've had some disturbing reports recently concerning the Omertas, one of the 3 families that run the Strip. Our intelligence has discovered that high-ranking members of the Omertas have been having clandestine meetings for the past several months. We haven't been able to determine whom they've been meeting with, but if it's Caesar's men, we'll need to act. I need you to uncover what they're up to and stop it if it threatens the NCR. Any questions? Wait for me downstairs. This won't take long. Very well, but be brief. It's a position of some strategic importance to the NCR, providing power and water as it does. It's moderately defensible, with a single point of entry on the east side. To get to the power plants below, the enemy has to cross the entire top. The Legions tried to cross the water on a few occasions, but slow-moving boats make easy targets for sharpshooters. I can only spare a few more moments. What did you wish to speak about? They're organized, I'll give them that. The few times I've encountered them firsthand, I've been impressed with their discipline. I've heard they don't allow women in their military, considering them nothing more than breeding stock. Their men, however, are typically quite large, in phenomenal condition, and prefer close-quarter weapons. Recent engagements have taught us to fear their shock attacks, so it's a blessing that we seem to have superior firearms. I highly doubt that. You'd do well to report only facts to me, otherwise we might have ourselves a problem. However, their activity has quieted down some, so maybe my original information was wrong. We've had reported sightings of Mr. House's Securitron spying on both NCR and Legion forces.
Also, given a recent analysis of the sightings, we now estimate that Mr. House has at least 4 times as many Securitrons as previously assumed. He wouldn't show his hand like that if he weren't prepared to move. And neither the NCR or Legion can spare the troops to investigate, which is why I'm sending you. Any other questions? I joined up at a young age. Was barely 16 when I left home and volunteered to be in the military. Got a few strange looks at first, but those stopped when I got top marks across the board during training and became an officer at 17. A few years went by. My squad helped take down gangs of raiders here and there, and one day an invitation to join the Rangers arrived. Those were the best years of my life. Doing something that truly matters, and having the freedom to handle it as you see fit. Then I got injured. Everyone was very supportive. I received a promotion to colonel and given greater responsibility, but my days as a ranger were over. I don't have time to discuss all the different aspects of the NCR with you, but if you want it all in a nutshell, the NCR is progress. If you wander around the wasteland, you'll find all sorts of tribes, villages, and such where people spend most of their time trying to survive. The NCR gives its citizens a shot at something more. We have laws, currency, healthcare, government, all the things that were lost. It's not perfect, but it's worth protecting, which is why we also have the largest military in existence. I've never once seen a single one of them back down or disobey an order. They'll happily charge a fortified position with little more than a sharpened stick if ordered to, and do so without hesitation. Don't fool yourself. I've dealt with enough of these gangs to know that they can't be trusted. Was there anything else? Oh, it has its perks, to be sure. I'm free to see that things on a large scale are done my way, and don't have to tolerate any disagreement. Those few people in a position to countermand my orders only care about results, and in that regard I never leave them less than pleased. Good, then you have your orders. See that Mr. House does not present a problem. Dismissed. I do, sometimes. There are days I'd give anything to be out in the open air, planting explosives and laying down covering fire. But here I am, stuck in the same stale office day after day, while other people get to do the actual fighting. But enough reminiscing. Do you have other questions? Their standard kit seems to be a blade of some sort and light armor. Guns are not uncommon, but are of questionable condition. While they prefer to use their blades, it's common for them to scavenge better weapons from their enemies and use those. The men have been told to toss their weapons over the side of the dam if they receive a fatal wound, but I doubt many will remember. As I said, our scouts were some ways west of Helios when they disappeared. To name a few things off the top of my head, expand his borders, get the NCR and Legion to wipe each other out, and seize Hoover Dam. Any other questions? Yes, extremely so. They must use conditioning routines on par with the Rangers or better. Their soldiers can run near half again as fast as my best men, and close distances with frightening speed. And they're as strong as they are fast. Their superior physicality makes them extremely dangerous up close, so I've had the men run drills for taking on larger, stronger opponents. But they've all been instructed to take them down at range if possible. I've made it clear I don't want any heroes in my squad, just survivors. I command the garrison here at the dam, yes, but Colonel Shue over at McCarran is technically in charge of the area's forces. Perhaps, but that's not my problem. Vegas is a nice place for the men to go on vacation, but it'd be an acceptable loss next to the dam.
Yes, that's what he wants us to believe. And when we turn our attention to other threats, he'll begin moving against us. No, far safer to simply eliminate him and the risk he represents now. Besides, with him gone, New Vegas will truly be ours once the dust settles. Any other objections or questions? Now that that's out of the way, let's see. Mr. House was a concern, but someone conveniently dealt with him for us. Oh, that reminds me. You might be happy to know that your efforts haven't gone unnoticed.
Good. When the task is done, report back to Crocker. My men have other orders and will return here on their own to make their report. Dismissed. Not exactly. Give them the chance to do the right thing at least. Personally, I doubt they'll do it. Crocker's been making overtures to these savages for months and gotten nowhere. Expect a fight, but don't look for one. Dismissed. Ah, the matter with the so-called kings. Crocker's been wringing his hands while good people die for too long, and now the matter's fallen to me. You say Crocker sent you? Let me see. I just received a memo regarding him recently and haven't had a chance to read it in detail. Unlike the good ambassador, I don't intend to blink. Tell the leader of this gang to stand down or face annihilation. That is his choice. If he chooses the latter, a squad of my men will be there to back you up. Any questions? Do you have any idea what our current situation is? As we speak, there is a huge army of madmen not 10 miles from here waiting to kill us all. We don't have the luxury of long-term diplomacy any longer. Anyone that could prove a hindrance in the battle to come must be dealt with swiftly. You have your orders. I expect you to carry them out. Dismissed. Then I suggest you make your way back outside. My men have orders to shoot anyone caught sneaking around in sensitive areas. Our preliminary research shows that the Omertas used to do some business in Freeside, mostly buying weapons. Any other questions? Liza O'Malley at the embassy may have some information for you as well. Dismissed. Then that's one more nuisance we won't have to worry about. Good work. Our efforts haven't gone unnoticed either. You know, I just received the strangest memo about Freeside. It said that Colonel Shu has already dispatched a squad to take care of the problem. I'll let Shu's men deal with things. But the good ambassador is going to learn a harsh lesson regarding protocol. I trust you can find your own way out. With their leader dead, the rest of their army retreated to the east. We've sent scouts to track them, but that's it. We don't have the forces or supplies necessary to chase them down. More's the pity. Still, I've sent a few skilled men out to make sure their journey is eventful. It should be a long time before they even think of returning. Of course, have they been dealt with? I'm afraid I'm going to have to disappoint you. There's much to be done, but nothing for someone with your skills. You should take some time off. You've earned it. Surprisingly good. Our forces have managed to secure the region with little resistance, and trade should soon reach an all-time high. The brass was particularly surprised by the lack of domestic threats in the area. They were prepared to spend months pacifying known troublemakers. When they found those threats absent, they turned to the man in charge of the area, but Shu being Shu, he denied having anything to do with it. So now the men have to answer to Brigadier General Moore, and both they and I have you to thank for it. We made a good team. I hope we can work together again in the future. Very well. Do you know what they're up to? Fine by me. Have you found them yet? No, we have men to outfit and are putting it to good use. Fine. This isn't worth the trouble to fight over. But he's still alive? I'll have to remember to send someone to follow up on that later. Anyway, at least he's out of the picture for the time being. You might be happy to know that your efforts haven't gone unnoticed either. Okay, is he still a threat? A battle is about to be fought out there. To come here requesting our men to give up their armor is insane. You know what? I don't need this bullshit right now. We'll take off that goddamn power armor if it'll just shut you up. Here, take this lockpicking gear. Your best bet is to wait until late at night, find a back door, or catch him by surprise when he's alone. Good luck, soldier. Dismissed. Then why are you wasting my time? Dismissed. We don't have time for diplomacy. This battle is coming any time now. If the leader won't be budged, he'll have to be replaced. I want you to go back to Red Rock Canyon and assassinate this Papa Khan. You'll have to be stealthy. If they see you do it, they'll kill you.
Assassin! Want some more? Take this! Had enough? Ugh! Fall back! I'm hit! You killed him! You killed her! Thief!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for coming out here today for this very special occasion. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the President of the new California Republic, Aaron Kimball.